Dear students, welcome to Dr. Zahir Math. In this video, I'm going to explain the concept called interpolation. This is a new topic. So, interpolation means we are going to compute the value of the function inside the given range. What do you mean by inside the given range? Let me tell you one thing. For example, suppose x is there, y is there. So, x value 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for example. And y values for example 150, 160, 190, 180 and 200 something is there. Suppose it is very clear, right? For x is equal to 0, you're getting the answer 150. And x is equal to 1, you're getting 160. And so on. X is equal to 2, you're getting 190 and something like that. Suppose you want to find x is equal to, for example, 0.2. What is the value? So you should find out the values in between 0 to 1. So the way of finding like this is called interpolation, right? So once again, I'll repeat, what is interpolation? The process of computing the values. Computing means calculating. Calculating the value of the function inside the given range you can say. It is called interpolation. Okay, Dr. Zahir, suppose I want to find something after 4. I want to find something after 0. What will be the situation, right? So if a point y lies outside the domain, right? Outside the domain in the sense what? Out of 4 and before 0, right? Then the estimation of your f of y is called extrapolation, right? So it means there are two things, interpolation and extrapolation. Interpolation in between the intervals. Extrapolation is outside the interval. Once again, I'll tell you, extrapolation is outside the interval, right? So outside the interval, let me write like this. Okay, what are the things we are going to do here? There are two type of problems you will take it here. Interpolation, you will calculate for equal intervals and for unequal intervals. What do you want to say? For equal intervals and for unequal intervals. What do you mean by equal intervals, teacher? What do you mean by unequal intervals, teacher? So interpolation, we are going to calculate for two things. One for equal intervals, another one for what? Unequal intervals. For example, if you have x values and y values, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look at here. They are all equal intervals. Difference between 2 and 1 is what? 1. Difference between 3 and 2 is what? 1. Difference between 4 and 3 is what? 1. Difference between 5 and 4 is what? 1. So these are all what? Equal intervals. Right. So what about unequal intervals, teacher? Unequal intervals will be like this. For example, x and y. So x will be, for example, 0, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. Can you guess anything? It's a common interval. In between 2 minus 0, it will be what? 2. And 3 minus 2 is what? It is 1. 4 minus 3 is what? 1. 7 minus 4 is what? It's 3. 8 minus 7 is what? 1. So this is for unequal intervals and equal intervals. Actually, first you have to study equal intervals and then you have to study unequal intervals. But in your syllabus, it is given only it is only given unequal intervals. These unequal intervals only you are going to study and equal intervals you are not going to study, right? So these unequal intervals, one mathematician has given the formula which is Newton, right? So the name of the rule is Newton's divided difference formula. Newton's divided difference formula. What is the meaning? Newton's divided difference formula. So why it is called Newton's divided difference, teacher? For unequal intervals, you have to divide it. For equal intervals, no need to divide it. Keep in your mind. Okay. For unequal intervals, you have to divide. For equal intervals, you are not going to divide. But anyway, I'm not going to talk about equal intervals in this video because it's not in your syllabus. So let me talk about only unequal intervals. Before you start this Newton's divided difference formula or method, first of all, you should know one thing which is called interpolation table. What do you mean by this one? Interpolation table. Because if you want to use this formula, you need interpolation table. So how to create this interpolation table? Let's start. So before creating the interpolation table, please understand the concept very easily. The formula looks so big, but when you slowly understand it, it's very, very easy. Okay. Right, let's start the interpolation table. So I take x values, y values, then the first iteration, we can call it as del y, but for regular intervals, that means equal intervals, we put it as del y as like this. For divided difference, you have to put a line in the middle. So next we go for del square y, del cube y, del power 4y, everything, right? So x values, I'll take it as x0, x1, x2, x3, x4. I'll take up to x5. Maximum in the exam, they will give you up to 5. But all the questions in the classwork and examples, everything, 3 values, 4 values only, not more than that. So for safer side, I'm creating the table for 5 values. So y values will be what? y0, y1, y2, y3, y4 and y5. So how you're going to get the first interpolation, that is delta y, that is delta y0 you have to call. The delta y0 is this minus this and divided by this minus this, which is y1 minus y0 divided by x1 minus x0. Right. Similarly, you're going to get del y1 and del y2 and del y3 and del y4. Okay. So if 5 points are there, you will get up to del y4 only. So this equals the next points, which is y2 minus y1 divided by what? x2 minus x1. The next is what? y3 minus y1 divided by, y3 minus y2 divided by x3 minus x2. Next, del y3 is what? This minus this from the next value, a successive value minus the previous value. So del y3 is y4 minus y3 divided by x4 minus x3. And del y4 will be, which is y5 minus y4 divided by x5 minus x4. So x5 finishes, so I'm going to stop it here. Right. Next, I'm going for del square y. Okay, teacher, how you are remembering this formula? Very easy. See here, y1, y2, y3, y4, y5. And this is y0, y1, y2, y3, y4. See here, this is the first iteration. So we start with x1. So x1, x2, x3, x4, x5. Minus x0, x1, x2, x3, x4. Very easy, right? So del square y0, you're going to create from this table. So from this table, you're going to create del square y0. Okay, right. Del square y0, you're going to create this minus this. What is that? Which is del y1 minus del y0 divided by, okay, right. This is a second iteration or iteration, you can say. So second iteration will be x2. So you have to start from x2 minus x0. Because it's number 2, it comes number 2 here. So first iteration, you start from x1, right? Now you're going to start from what? x2 minus x0. One value down. Then starting from x3, x4, x5. So similarly, you will get del square y1 is equal to del y2 minus del y1 divided by x3 minus x1. And del cube y3 is equal to del square y1 is this one. And del cube y2. Del square, all are del square. So del square y1 and this is y2. Del square y2 is equal to, see, del y1 finish, del y2 finish. So it is del y3 minus del y2 divided by, after x4 it is x4 minus it is x2. Then del power 5, again del square because it's a second iteration. So del square y3 equals del y4 minus del y3 divided by, after x4 it will be x5 minus x3. By looking into the picture, I'll tell you very easily. Look here. So the denominator, I told you x2 minus x0, x3 minus x1, you can go from here, x3 minus x1 and x4 minus x2 and x5 minus x3. Very easy to remember. And here del y1 minus del y0, del y2 minus del y1 and del y3 minus del y2 and del y4 minus del y3. So easy. Similarly, you are going to get what? Del cube y. So it will be keep going. There is no place I cannot able to write. But anyway, it's so easy. But should I remember this formula, teacher? Sometimes you get confused. So you have to remember this formula. But without remembering the formula also, I will tell you how to remember this table in an easy manner. Let me give you one example. Okay, right. So x values, y values, right? X values is, for example, let me take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? I take the function f of x equals x square. So it will be what? 1, it's 4, it's 9, it's 16, it's 25. So let me calculate del y without using the formula shortcut. I'll teach you how. How? Let me tell you. Look here. This minus this minus this. So which is 4 minus 1 divided by 2 minus 1. Easy. 9 minus 4, right, divided by 3 minus 2. Easy. This minus this. Then 16 minus 9 divided by 4 minus 3. This minus this minus this. Easy. Right. Then next is 25 minus 16 divided by 5 minus 4. Easy. I'm not using del y0, del y1, del y2. I'm not at all going to use all these things. So let me calculate this one by the calculator. Okay, 4 minus 1 is 3, 3 minus 2 minus 1 is 1. So it's going to become 3 because it's easy number. 9 minus 4 is 5, 5 minus this is 5. 16 minus 9 is going to become 7, and in the down all it's 1. So 25 minus 16 is 9. You can use calculator also, no problem. So let me go to del square y. Okay, right. Look carefully. Now I am using another color. Look here. From this value, this minus this, which is 5 minus 3. From this value, it's same. 7 minus 5. From this, it's same. 9 minus 7. Easy. But only in the x values, it's different. Before you started from what? 2 minus 1, right? Now you start from 3 minus 1, 4 minus 2, 5 minus 3. So easy, right? Yes. So it's 3 minus 1, 4 minus 2, and it's 5 minus 3. Which is equal to 5 minus 3 divided is going to be 2, 2 by 2 is 1, 7 minus 5 is 2, 2 by 2 is 1, and 9 minus 7 is going to become it's 2, 5 minus 3 is 2, so it's going to become 1. Then the next is del cube y. Again I'm telling this minus this, it's so easy, this minus this, it's so easy, divided by, what is the second one you started? Second one you started from 3, right? Now you have to start from what? You have to start from 4. 4 minus 1, okay, and 5 minus 2. 5 minus 2. Anyway, it's going to become 0, so no need to worry about the denominator. But still it's okay. But next is del power 4y. So this minus this, which is 0 minus 0. So you started with what? In the beginning you started from 2 for this table. For this table you started from 3. And for this table, you started from 4. And this table, you have to start from 5, which is 5 minus 1 divided by 5 minus 1. So also it's equal to 0. But not every time it's 0. Keep in your mind. Right. So in this way, you're going to create the table. So what's the table you created? Let me write the table again, which is 1, 2, 3, right? 4 and 5. Do I need to table again, teacher? Not necessary, but to make it clear, I'm writing 1, 4, 9, 16 and then 25. And my values are 3, 5, 7, 9, which is 3 and then 5, 7, 9. And the next value is 1, 1 and then 1. The next value is 0 and 0. And the last is what? A 0. You are going to take only the first diagonal thing, not diagonal, the slanting one. So these values are, you're going to take it for your formula. What is that? This is your x0 and this is your y0 and this is your del y0. This is del square y0 and this is del cube y0 and this is del power 4 y0. So this is the method for we are going to use it to create what table called interpolation table with unequal intervals, or the other name is Newton's divided difference formula. Sorry, Newton divided difference table. Still I didn't use the formula. Newton divided difference table, or you can say that it is interpolation table for unequal intervals. interpolation table with unequal intervals. Still, I did not do any problem. I am just going to create the table only. And the next video, I'm going to do the problem. So if you want to see that problem, first watch this video and come back, right? Yes, Alhamdulillah. We have completed the divided difference table with both general notation and with actual numbers. What do you mean by general notation? And this is the one general notation. But sometimes you'll feel difficult, but it's okay. But if you understand these lines, it's okay. For the first one, start from x1. For the second one, start from x2. For the third table, start from x3. That's the only idea, right? Okay. So in the next video, we will continue practicing with more examples to make sure this concept is very, very clear. If you found this video helpful, right? Don't forget to like, share with your friends and subscribe to the channel so that more students can benefit. Again, the last statements, east or west, Dr. Zahir Math YouTube channel is the best. Okay, thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.